Hey everyone, I'm back with another update. In this episode, I'll cover news related to Iran, immigration, and fraud. Of course, I'll end with the noteworthy tidbits. President Trump reassured the Iranian patriots that help is on the way and told them to keep protesting and take over institutions. He also told them to save the names of the killers and abusers, and it is feared that over 12,000 protesters have been killed by the Iranian regime. Trump vowed very strong action against Iran if the regime starts hanging protesters, and he told American allies to get out of Iran. Trump canceled all meetings with Iranian officials until the killing stops, and Elon Musk is providing free Starlink for those protesting, which is a very important resource as the regime cut off the internet for almost the entire nation. On to immigration-related news. House Republicans filed a new reconciliation bill banning illegals from obtaining any taxpayer welfare, and the bill would also crack down on fraud, codify some of President Trump's executive orders, and more. The state of Florida has arrested around 20,000 illegal aliens so far, and President Trump cut off payments to sanctuary states and cities beginning February 1st. The Trump administration revoked temporary protected status for thousands of Somalis who now must leave by March 17th, and deportation flights out of Minnesota have ramped up to an average of 2 per day. There are 1,360 ICE detainers in Minnesota, including child sex predators and murderers, that apparently Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey would like to keep out on the streets. In other news out of Minnesota, HUD Secretary Scott Turner said that a team investigating fraud in Minnesota discovered that over $84 million was given out to deceased tenants during the Biden administration, meaning someone else pocketed that money, and 4 articles of impeachment were filed against Governor Tim Walz in the Minnesota House. The articles allege he allowed fraud despite being warned, engaged in the cover-up, allowed agencies to continue without further safeguards, and allowed safeguards to be ignored and failed to ensure agencies complied with anti-fraud programs. In other fraud-related news, Senator Marsha Blackburn filed legislation to denaturalize and deport migrants who commit fraud of any amount, and President Trump confirmed plans to, in his words, imprison any fraudster, politician, or public official involved in sick plots to loot and pillage our country. Now it's time for the noteworthy tidbits, which are brought to you today by Old Glory. Let me tell you about them quick. Are you looking for a gift for a music lover, or maybe some apparel to show off your quirky side? Old Glory has you covered. With over 300,000 officially licensed items covering music, sports, entertainment, and pop culture, you're guaranteed to find the perfect item. They even have seasonal gear. My husband enjoys the Beatles and Led Zeppelin apparel, and I love the Billy Idol apparel. I even found items for my fellow plant enthusiasts. This family-owned superstore is known for their quality and customer service, offers free standard shipping on all orders, and orders are shipped the same day you purchase. My discount code gives you 15% off your entire order, and it's currently the best deal available. Just visit oldglory.com and enter in my promo code JADE, that's J-A-D-E, at checkout. All right, let's get back to the tidbits. Legislation is moving forward to annex Greenland, and President Trump's Arctic commissioner announced action may be coming on Greenland within weeks or months. NEC Director Kevin Hassett revealed the budget deficit is down $600 billion from last year, and the trade deficit has been cut in half. Inflation came in at 2.7%, and in response to this, President Trump called for Fed Chair Jerome Powell to cut interest rates. The Supreme Court heard arguments on cases involving transgender women in women's sports, and it appears as though it may end up in a 6-3 decision to keep the ban on biological men in women's sports, but that decision isn't expected until spring at the earliest. President Trump traveled to Michigan to take a tour of the Ford factory in Dearborn and to tout the booming economy. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon confirmed Soros is funding leftist lawyers to help rioters and other criminals get away with their crimes. President Trump posted on Truth Social that FBI Director Kash Patel fired the FBI agents involved in the Arctic frost investigation. The city of Broken Arrow in Oklahoma rejected the construction of an Islamic center. Secretary of State Marco Rubio designated the Muslim Brotherhood chapters in Egypt, Jordan, and Lebanon as terrorist groups. James O'Keefe caught a Secret Service agent revealing future security plans days in advance on video in an undercover operation. The agent is a Biden holdover on Vice President Vance's detail. Venezuela released multiple American prisoners. The House Oversight Committee is holding former President Bill Clinton in contempt of Congress after he refused to testify for the Epstein investigation. That's all I have for today. I'll be back with another update soon. Until then, please like, subscribe, and share this podcast, and follow me on Instagram and X at She's of Jade Pod. Thank you for listening and have a great day.